I completely relate to the idea of wanting to have a more clutter-free and minimized home, but just not feeling motivated and not knowing where to start, and I totally get it. Hi guys, I'm Candace, and today I really want to give you tons of ideas on how you can get motivated to declutter. I know you don't have to have motivation to get a task done. A lot of us aren't motivated to make dinner every night, but we do it because we know we need to. But I know motivation is amazing, and sometimes it's the exact thing that we need to just push us into action. Can't wait to share these tips with you, and let's go ahead and jump right in. Number one, find your why. Motivation has to have a reason behind it. You've got to realize your why. Why do you want to have a clutter-free home? For me, it was really wanting more peace and less stress. I didn't want to spend so much time either cleaning my home, managing my possessions. It was time away from my family. So for me, that was my why. But let me know in a comment down below what your why is. Why do you want to do this job? And all of our reasons could be completely different, and I think that is a beautiful and amazing thing. So in the comments down below, let me know, why do you want to declutter? Just like you might get sticky notes and leave encouraging or motivational quotes for yourself if you want to maybe lose weight or you want to just give yourself some positive energy, go ahead and leave your why on a sticky note and stick it on temptation areas. If you generally sit down and watch TV instead of decluttering, or if that's some time that you really could use 20 minutes maybe decluttering instead of watching TV, go ahead and stick your why on the television. That way when you sit down and you're tempted to watch, you're reminded of your why. And it might just be the motivation you need to get up and get moving. Studies actually show that clearing clutter reduces stress and increases peace in your life. So that alone is a really, really cool motivation for wanting to declutter your home. Something that I love to do is make a vision board on Pinterest of these homes. Not that mine will ever look exactly like them, but it just shows you what's possible. A lot of the homes that I feel like we are gravitated towards, or that we gravitate towards, are not cluttered. They're usually very clean, peaceful looking spaces. So get on Pinterest, start pinning your vision of what you want your home to feel like. Not even necessarily what you want it to look like. You can do that too, but what homes are you gravitated towards because of the feeling that they give you? So go ahead and create a vision board. This is amazing. And again, it shows you what is possible. Also, set realistic expectations. Your home did not become cluttered overnight, and it is not an overnight process. I'm constantly seeing these, speaking of Pinterest, these little gimmicks on Pinterest, how to declutter your entire house in one weekend. To me, that is so unrealistic. And setting that high standard, that unattainable high standard, is honestly the opposite of motivation. That is gonna be so discouraging. So don't fall into that trap. Set your realistic expectations, very moderate. I don't want to say low, because you do want to get things done, but don't fall into this trap of feeling like you've got to get it all done at once. You'll burn yourself out. You just need to set realistic expectations based on your personality, your schedule, what your family has going on. Getting books can really be motivating. If you've got kids, Clutter Free with Kids by Joshua Becker is absolutely amazing. I love reading books like this with a highlighter because I find so many great tips in here. So this one I'll have linked below along with this one. This book actually changed my life. It's The Minimalist Way by Erica Lane, and I absolutely love it. It talks a lot about finding your why, how to do that, and then it takes you through room by room and helps you make these hard decisions, and it's just amazing, super motivating. So I highly recommend both of these, and I'll leave them both linked below. It can be so overwhelming when you view your home as one huge project. I've got to declutter this whole house top to bottom. That in and of itself is very overwhelming, and again, the opposite of motivating. So what I recommend doing is viewing your home as sections, like viewing your home in chunks. You're just gonna go through and declutter zones. So the different zones in your house might be different rooms. So kids' bedroom, pantry would be a zone, laundry room, living room. So these different areas of your home can be your zones, and then break those down even more. So when you get into, let's say, your master bedroom, you don't have to declutter the whole thing in one day. You don't even have to do it all in 1 week. Don't think of it as one giant room or one giant project. Break it down. Maybe you'll take a few days to work on the closet, and then the next day you'll just work on drawers. So maybe you've got drawers in your nightstand, you've got drawers, dresser drawers, you might focus on that. Just break it down. It makes it so much easier to stay motivated. And then breaking your bigger projects into smaller ones is also really nice, because it is motivating as you see yourself accomplish these smaller tasks. You actually end up motivating yourself to keep going because you feel that empowerment. Here's what we've ended up with today. Here is a bag of donations, and then here is the bag that I'm gonna take down to storage. That is a lot of stuff I'm hauling out of my house. I feel really good about that. You see the difference it's making in your life, so you're able to be motivated just by accomplishing a few small things. So let me know in a comment, what area do you want to start with? Maybe you are kind of looking at your whole house, so overwhelmed, I don't know where to start, but kind of think about it. Where do you think you can begin? What's an area that's really going to affect your life that is doable right now? You can do it. Let me know in a comment. I would love to chat about it. Make appointments with yourself. Set dates in your planner where you're gonna set aside chunks of time. And I highly recommend writing down the amount of time that you're gonna spend. So maybe on a Wednesday morning, you really wanna get some stuff done, but you're only gonna have 10 minutes. That is fine, but make an appointment with yourself and then try and keep it. Maybe on a Saturday, you've got 30 minutes or an hour, write it down. And remember, success leads motivation. So as soon as you start going and you see your progress, like I said, you'll just be motivated to keep going. But seriously, set the date in your planner. Okay, you've got to let me know if you relate to me on this, but it is so hard for me to be motivated to declutter if my house is like a giant mess. I feel so much more overwhelmed, and I feel like, no, the task at hand is tidying up and I don't have time to declutter. But if my house is already clean, then I feel like I do have time to do this decluttering project. And how I like to do this, like kind of keep a handle on my house, not that it is clean all the time, definitely not. But I do like to have pretty simple routines in place for cleaning, just so that I can keep on top of my house for the most part throughout the week. So I'll just kind of give you a quick example of what my week looks like. On Monday, I get caught up from the weekend. The weekend, what happens on the weekend? I don't know. I feel like we have more people home, more people around, but I feel like Monday I do have to catch up from the weekend. So I make sure that I get all the laundry done, I get all the dishes done, and then I just do a general tidy in my house. I definitely sweep up, and then if I have a little extra time, I will get to the bathrooms on a Monday. So I like to kind of reset on Monday. It's the biggest cleaning day for me. I don't schedule anything else in my planner besides cleaning on Monday. It has seriously saved me so much stress knowing that on Monday I will reset and my house will be clean again. My next tip for motivation is to involve your family. And I know this one can be so tricky. And that's another reason I recommended that book, Clutter Free with Kids, because it gives you tons of ideas on how to get your family involved. But I will say that being the example is probably the very, very best and easiest way to get started with this. So curb your consumption, number one, and declutter your own things. It is contagious. I'm telling you, when I first started on this journey, that's what I did. I didn't touch my kids' stuff. I started with my own, and then my kids actually went in and started decluttering their own spaces without any prompt from me. It was insane. It was awesome, but those are a couple of ways that you can just get started with this. And then another quick tip for the kids is just to give them assigned spaces for their stuff. A lot of times I realized kids have a harder time cleaning up or decluttering their items or knowing what to keep is because they don't have a place for things. So if you give them a big in and say you can keep as many stuffed animals that fit in here. It's really, really helpful, and that's where their stuffed animals can now go. So that's where they live, and that's the space that you're allowed to have to keep those items. So those are a couple ideas, but seriously, I highly recommend that book. Scheduling regular family decluttering events can also be really, really effective. Put it on the planner, put it on the calendar where everybody can see. Let everybody know ahead of time on Saturday, we're gonna spend 30 minutes decluttering, and it doesn't have to be every Saturday. But if you do this every now and then and you make it a little bit more of family time and it can be a little bit fun, then it might not feel so hard. So go ahead and schedule these things and then a reward if it gets done. And then just like you're gonna set up rewards for your family decluttering, do it for yourself. Set rewards, do a spa night, do a girls night, go ahead and watch your favorite movie. Do something for yourself to reward yourself after you've decluttered. Maybe don't go out and buy more things. That might be the opposite of what you need, but go ahead and do something very rewarding for you. Something that's calming, peaceful, relaxing, something that you enjoy. In fact, let me know in a comment, like, what's your favorite reward to give yourself after you've accomplished something? I would love more ideas. I have mentioned this in previous videos, but in case you missed it, before and after pictures. Take them, they're amazing. You will take your before picture, you will take your after picture to compare them side by side. It will blow your mind and it will motivate you to keep going. So take your before and after pictures, because we get kind of used to the clean space and we kind of feel like, oh, I haven't made any progress, when in reality you've made tons. So take before and after pictures. You won't believe how motivated you'll feel. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I will go ahead and leave a couple more on the screen now if you want to go ahead and click over. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.